deregulation of teaching qualifications in FE has had some really important effects, and in my view deregulation always has a mixture of positive and negative effects. The positive effect is that if you give responsibility to those who are working in the system, especially people who are employing teachers, if you give them responsibility to decide what does an effective teacher or trainer look like to me, what qualifications do I require people to have in my organisation, then you get them thinking about all the right things. You get them thinking about what quality looks like. You get them thinking about which qualifications are high quality and good value. So that's positive. The negative side is if you deregulate completely, as has been done in the FE system, you create a risk of a free-for-all where anything goes, possible drift to the bottom, possible devaluing of teaching qualifications, and in my view that's a very negative thing. QTLS, which is the status that's awarded by the ETF, which is an external assessment against the professional standards, doesn't have any regulatory force except that it is equivalent in law to QTS. So if you want to teach in a school, then QTLS is an FE-based route to get that status. But in FE it doesn't have regulatory force at the moment. However, as the levy takes off, as more and more employers are thinking about the quality of the provision they get because they're taking an interest that they've never taken before in apprenticeship training, we're finding there's an increasing interest in the question, how do I know that teachers, trainers, assessors are well qualified and effective? Now there's lots of ways of answering that question, lots of ways of finding it out, but a big part of the answer is, well, what are their qualifications? What are their professional status? QTLS is not a qualification, but it is the only professional status designed specifically for and by and with FE. So if you're interested in post-16 education and training, suddenly QTLS is something that you're really, really interested in because it's a badge of quality. And that's what employers need more than anything. When they're being asked to purchase, which is what they're doing, purchase training and mentoring and coaching and teaching and assessing, they don't really know what they're looking for most of the time, and most will readily admit that. You know, it's not their core business, they don't know how to purchase quality. So they look for indicators of quality, and the profession's own badge of quality is QTLS, and that's why if you have it, it will give you a very significant market advantage, if I can use that phrase, when employers and providers and colleges are seeking to win new business through the levy. And I think everybody wins from that, because it's good to have a badge of quality that is centrally administered, that is against some commonly shared standards, and that is widely recognised, and isn't competing with lots and lots of other standards, which then just creates confusion again.